Hi everyone and welcome to a new Let's Play, The Symbiant. This is an adult romance video game. As you can see by the photo, I'm gonna have to censor a lot of things out. But anyway, let's just get started. Do you want to read the tutorial? Should we?
No, I don't think I will.
Enjoy the game. Okay. It's Tuesday, the 29th of September, 5066. We landed in the city of Chimera. We landed in the city of Chimera 3 days ago. Since then, I've been running around trying to scrape enough credits to repair our ship and secure our next gig. The last transport job did not go well, and we only received half the original payment as promised for delivering the goods late. That doesn't even cover all the repairs we incurred. Judy, my business partner, also known as a ship's mechanic, did not sound worried. She insisted that every time this happens in the past, we've managed to bounce back. Okay, well that's lovely. She believes in my resourcefulness and negotiation skills, but I can't help but feel pessimistic because of the recent developments. Just as I was about to give up for the day and head to the local bar, I received a call from our freight broker about an opportunity that we cannot say no to, at least not right now, when we are literally struggling to keep afloat. The amount of credits offered not only covers the ship repairs but also ensures a comfortable life for the next 4 months. The gig sounded simple and straightforward: provide transport for one passenger and his cargo to Danya in the Dex 93 system. This is about 6 weeks of travel in the most secure planetary system in the galaxy. Pirating is virtually non-existent there, and space anomalies have never been reported. It's basically a piece of cake for a pilot. Normally, I avoid transporting passengers at all costs. They're a pain in the arse to deal with at best, and worse, they could cause me to lose my commercial transport license. We also don't have the real estate or luxuries of a large liner outfitted for travellers' comfort and entertainment. The cost of travelling with us is the same as the big guys though, which means that anyone who wants to travel in a small transport ship has a special reason for it. And personally, I can't wait to find out what our passengers' reason is. Ooh. Moments later, I spotted someone walking towards our ship. A tall figure moves with dignity and confidence. Their hand is protectively resting on top of a large sarcophagus-like transport crate, hovering by their hip. Another couple of smaller crates hovered behind. They approach and keep into the shadows, so I have a really hard time discerning their features. Ooh.
Greetings. I take it this is the Ameretat?
Affirmative. And you are?
Ameretat you all night.
Going to Odaria.
Okay.
I was told we could depart immediately.
The stranger cautiously glances around.
Yes, of course. May I see the documentation, please?
They promptly produce a small chip from their pocket and handed it to me. I scan it with my handheld computer.
Mr. Sabo Tato Brave Trigounder Vorda?
Your name's Sean. Okay, I'm not fucking around.
Just Brave is fine.
Okay. Species humanoid. Subspecies Adarian. I don't know much about this race, but I can say is that I've only seen a handful of Adarians in a port in all my times travelling. It looks like I have a chance to learn more about them now that I'll be travelling in proximity to one of them for several weeks. Ew.
What the hell is even that?
All right, Mr. Brave. What's in the large crate?
I was informed that the sizable bonus fees I paid included a no-questions-asked courtesy.
Not on my fucking ship, okay? That thing looks like a rectal probe. It could be, a murderer. I'm sorry, is your skin green? Blue. I'm sorry, your skin's blue. What the fuck? And there it is. These passengers are always up to something. The only question is, how bad is it?
Yes, naturally. However, I still can't take you aboard my ship with something illegal. Forbidden substances, weapons, live species, stuff like that.
It's none of those things. Check the permits on file.
I go through the various permits the passenger has in his travel profile. The crate's permit is none of the ones I'm used to seeing, and the small print is difficult to read. However, it does mention something about botanical organisms in several places and being legal to own and transport in this part of the galaxy.
Oh, it's a plant?
I watch Aliens, don't fuck around.
I'm a big fan of plants myself.
Liar.
You'll see that we have many on board. My name is Danya, by the way, and I'm the pilot of the Ameretat.
I extend my hand towards Brave amicably. We'll be in the small ship together for weeks, so we might as well try to be friends right away. After some hesitation, the passenger steps out the shadows and clasps my hand. He's kind of cute. Okay, hear me out. I have no excuse. Only now am I able to see how breathtakingly handsome he is. Long, white-haired, contrasts beautifully with his light blue skin. He dressed in an elaborate outfit reflecting some particular string of intergalactic fashion trends that I'm not familiar with. His facial features are Terrian-like, proportional and elegant, and punctuated by his intense gaze. His eyes are wary, shadowed by something dark though. Also, he looks somewhat tired and maybe a little sick.
Can we leave now?
Are you sick?
What?
You got that space ick?
Yes, sir. Welcome aboard the Ameretat. If you could please follow me to the cargo bay, we've designated a section for your convenience where you may store...
My
plant.
luggage stays with me.
Okay.
In my room.
You have the right, sir.
Well, our guest quarters aren't very large. I strongly recommend making use of our cargo bay space. You'd be much more comfortable that way.
I insist.
Let him keep it, okay? He'll kill me. Well, fuck me, I thought. I thought it would take a little bit longer before something sketchy comes up with this guy. But honestly, if he wants to stick this huge pod by his bed to tip over, I don't give a shit. Me at work.
Okay, if that's what you prefer.
Let him put it there, leave it alone. We board the ship and I show Brave his quarters. I want to offer him a tour of the ship, but he doesn't look like he's in the mood for that right now. Still, I don't want him to get lost in case he needs something. Ooh. Offer, just politely offer.
Would you like me to give you a tour? Our ship's not that big, so it won't take long.
I won't go farther than this room today. Thank you.
See? Leave him be. He promptly locks himself in the room. I guess I can introduce Junie to him tomorrow. With the passengers settled in and the ship fueled up, we depart from the station and jump into space. Whee! Do you think we have a moment to go see my old friend Sam? He's going to be in fucking... Where did he live again? Fucking... What was the place? A few hours later, I do a check of all the systems before setting the navigation to autopilot. Ooh, the music. I can't wait to talk to Junie about our guest. She usually wakes up around this time, so I leave the cockpit and make my way to her quarters. She is buff as shit. What happened to us? We run into each other in the main corridor.
So, tell me all about it.
Dude, where do I start? He's mysterious and drop-dead gorgeous.
You're a whore, just admit it.
My character's a whore.
And you're drop-dead horny.
I'm horny. I'm horny.
You right. I'm not gonna lie.
That I admit. Also, I'm weak when it comes to my type. You know me.
I definitely do.
Oh my god.
But tell me, does he have glowing emerald skin?
Is there a HR department? Because I swear you two should be fired.
Not really. He's blue, and there isn't any glowing in the dark happening, to answer your question.
What about his ears? Are they, like, furry at all?
No one's trying to fuck you,
Not
little
that I
gremlin.
noticed.
Okay? I'm gay.
Last chance. A tantalizing scaly tail.
Relax, okay, calm down.
I'm going to puke.
A hard no, unless it's really tiny. Where are you going with this, Juniper?
He's beautiful by Terran standards. Luckily for you, it means that both species are probably mutually attracted to each other. It's nature's way of bringing together genetically compatible individuals and encouraging them to mate.
Sensational.
Hey, you had me at mutually attracted. But judging by our exchange yesterday, he's not the mating type.
Meaning?
Well, I don't know. It's just a feeling. He came off as kind of cold and distant earlier, I guess. Also, I don't know if he even identifies as a he.
Oh, God.
I do, actually.
Shit.
I said, oh, jump scare.
He and him work for me.
You came out of fucking nowhere. I'm oh shit myself. Ooh. Oh shit, I didn't notice our guest joining us in the corridor. I hope he didn't overhear our conversation.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Why don't you introduce me to your colleague?
Why don't you introduce me to you with those clothes on?
Right. Mr. Brave, please meet Juniper. Junie for short.
The fucking gremlin of the ship. Okay, here you go. Juniper.
Well, it's actually Juniper. But Terraneers can't pick up
What?
some of those sound frequencies, so we settled for
Fuck.
Juniper.
I can't understand your accent.
Yeah, she's my business partner, mechanic, jack of all trades, and I guess a second in command of this mighty interstellar vessel.
Okay.
Of course I'm second in command. There's only 2 of us, dude.
And you're built like a brick shithouse.
And no offense, but the Ameretat's mighty days are over. We're lucky if it holds for another couple of years.
Well,
Pleased to meet you, Juniper. There's no need to address me as Mister. It's just Brave.
Well noted. You're a Darien, yes?
Correct. And you are originally from Tulworth, second largest of the Ognutera's moons?
My, you clearly know your moons.
he's about to discover my moons too.
How many are there?
Ognutera has 14, but Tulworth is the only place with my shade of green. Brave, are you by any chance hungry? We were just going to the mess hall to grab something.
Oh, yes, I'm famished.
Oh, really?
Also, could you guys show me around this ship sometime?
I offered
This place
you
looks
that
really
earlier,
cool.
you asshole. You said no.
So much for cold and distant.
Ginny shakes her head at me. He totally flipped a switch, didn't he? It's like I'm talking to a different person. He was probably sleep deprived, and who knows what else.
Yes, of course. I'll be happy to do the official tour for you, Brave.
Calling him by his name feels unexpectedly entrancing. I quickly give myself a mental kick for obsessing over the smallest little thing about him. Seriously, I don't even know the guy.
But first, let's all grab a bite.
Ginny and I get our packaged meals and pop them into the oven to cook, adding one for Brave as well. Then I catch myself realizing I still don't know what this gorgeous alien considers food.
So, what do Odarians eat, anyway?
We're omnivores,
Me?
same as Terrans. The only thing I can think of that grows on Earth that I can't digest is seaweed. It's deadly for my kind.
So sushi's off the table?
No worries, we don't have any on this ship. Though, I personally miss sushi sometimes.
I know that's right. Brave looks like he's about to say something, only to be interrupted by his cough, a very normal Terran-like cough. What timing?
Are you okay, Brave? Danya, get him some water.
I get up and fetch our guest a glass of fresh water. With lightning speed, he manages to take a few sips, which seems to soothe him.
I'm okay. I might be coming down with a cold again.
One tip, you ugly fucking cow. You sow.
You need to get off my fucking ship, okay? I don't have time for colds in a small confined space. Junie and I look at each other confused. I think we both hope it's not contagious or dangerous.
Before I got on the Ameretat, I had been traveling on Kayama for over 2 weeks without much rest. The rainy weather and the lack of sleep really
not
did me in.
Kayamara.
I should be back on my feet within a couple of days, I
Okay.
promise. Until then, I'll make sure to stay away and wash my hands often.
Sensational. That's all I can ask for. Brave slowly gets up from the bench, intent on leaving the mess hall.
No way, you just got here. What's a little cold gonna do to us?
You fucking idiot. Do you not know the world we live in? If I get infected, it's a small price to pay to satisfy my urge to know more about our new passenger. Junie smirks at me and Brave smiles with relief.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we are. Our immune systems can handle it. Right, Danya?
No, don't volunteer me.
Sure, why not?
Fucking idiot.
What Danya doesn't know is that Adarians have a weak immune system, not well adapted for travel outside their home planet.
Really?
Yes, that's correct. That's why you don't see many of us outside of Odaria.
Okay.
Odarians who choose to travel bring along an extensive array of pricey medications as preventive measures. Despite that, we're still highly prone to getting sick.
So it's not that bad.
Damn.
Okay.
Sorry to hear that. Hope you feel better soon.
Thank you. As I said, a few days rest and I'll be as good as new.
What do you do for a living? If you don't mind me asking, Brave.
Brave lights up at the question.
I'm what you call a symbiant expert.
Junie and I raise our eyebrows, waiting for him to explain.
I study mutually beneficial interactions between different species in the galaxy.
Okay.
I'm also occasionally called in to facilitate the adaptation of individuals of different species who have historic symbiotic relationships and are having difficulty establishing those bonds.
Oh.
I'm very familiar with the theory of symbiosis, but it's the practical part that really fascinates me.
Oh, my wig.
What does he mean by that?
For example, you have a species of sea creature that lives around a certain marine invertebrate. It feeds on its byproducts and uses its polyps to hide from predators.
Polyps? What?
The invertebrate also benefits because the sea creature protects it from its own predators and parasites.
Wow, that is pretty amazing.
I mean, it's okay.
It definitely
Let's
is.
be real, it sounds boring.
Not only is it incredible how completely different species can adapt to exist side by side in harmony, but also help each other in ways no one can ever anticipate.
Brave looks at me enthusiastically, waiting for another question. Looks like we've uncovered his favourite topic. But what intrigues me the most about him is that when he spoke earlier, I got a distinct feeling that I already know him. There's a familiarity about him that I can't put my finger on.
You in danger, girl.
If I had not become a pilot, I think I would have studied plants and the ways we can cultivate them in space. Junie is one of the few people who don't mind listening to my plant lectures, so I'm happy to indulge him and ask him more questions.
Can you tell me about symbiotic relationships Odarians have with other species?
Sure. We have a few widely known ones, actually. There's the melodic aquatic band, a sea creature native to our biggest sea that feeds off our blood and dead skin in search of iron nutrients.
Fucking gross.
Before our medicine became what it is today, the best way to treat a wound or large cut was to apply them to the area, and they would keep it closed and clean, feeding off the blood and dead skin until it fully heals.
Oh, we have something like that in Trulworth too. Except we apply it on rashes. Well, it does sting in the beginning. It stops the itching and feeds off whatever's growing on our skin.
I'm a bit jealous. We mostly have insects and worms that feed off blood back on Earth, but I'm pretty sure the exchange is all one-sided.
He's right.
So, I guess you must have extensively studied all the major species.
Most of the knowledge I have pertains to the way my own race interacts with different species. But yes, I've studied a lot of different subspecies of humanoids.
Okay.
And what do you find
So
the
he's
most interesting about
well-versed.
Terrans?
I'm glad you asked. To me, it's their adaptation ability. It turns out that out of all the humanoid subspecies, individuals of Earth are most skilled at adjusting to their environment. That's
True.
doubly amazing to me, because that means the potential for a symbiotic interaction and relationship is much higher than any other subspecies.
What are you getting at?
True story, and that's why I partnered up with this guy.
Yeah, we certainly work well together.
That's enough questions, okay.
Well, gentlemen, I have some things to take care of in engineering, so if you'll excuse me for now.
Later,
Goodbye.
Junie.
It was nice to meet you, Juniper.
Ew!
I hate this game.
Ooh, now I'm impressed.
And so am I. What a curious fellow.
I hope you feel better soon, Brave.
Junie grabs one of the ready meals and leaves me with Brave.
Hey, Danya.
The sound of my name coming out of those lips sends a shiver down my spine. Am I really that?
I wanna see your dick.
I'm a fucking child.
Can I have one of those dinner plates too?
Whoops, I completely forgot. Here you go. It's General So's chicken, Terran's specialty.
I love that.
Junie digs it, and I hope you will too. Doesn't have any seaweed in it, in case you're wondering.
Thank you. I'm sure this will be good.
I look at Brave eagerly throwing himself into his meal as I grab my own plate, and I guess the poor guy was pretty hungry. We chat some more over our food about the different kinds of Terran dishes my new friend is familiar with. Turns out he had quite a few for someone who's never been to Earth. After we're done eating, I clean up and walk our guest back to his room, then I retire to my own quarters. What an eventful day. I don't have a chance to fully process my last conversation with Brave before my mind blanks, falling into deep slumber. Sometime later, I wake up in my bed. I check my watch to confirm that I've only been asleep for a couple of hours. That's quite unusual since I'm a deep sleeper and notorious for not waking up until I'm fully rested. I suddenly remember Brave, whose room is adjacent to mine, when I hear something echo from the small air vent on our own shed wall. It's a low hiss sound, coupled with something that I can only characterize as a Terran straining to do push-ups.
Yeah, I'm into this. Yeah!
Ooh. I crawl out of bed and kneel beside the vent to listen closely. Is Brave trying to exercise? There's nothing wrong with trying to keep in shape, but is it really the best idea to do when you're nursing a severe cold? Ooh. The noises continue for the next 5 minutes or so, and then everything grows quieter again. Not sure what to make of it. I go back to bed. I don't want to assume anything, so I'll check with Junie tomorrow and see what she thinks of it. We've been travelling through space for a few days now. It's been smooth sailings on my end as far as piloting goes. My stress levels have been at an all-time low, because flying in a straight line in empty space isn't rocket science. Besides the system checks and the microscope manual course corrections, there isn't much to do. We also haven't stopped for checks or passed anything remotely similar to an asteroid field where I'd have to manually maneuver us through. I guess everything's good. I've been back to reading again, watching the wrecks and tending to my hydroponics garden. That's lovely. It's fascinating how plants can grow anywhere with just a little bit of water and the right nutrients. Granted, water is a scarce resource in space, but thankfully we've got the state-of-art recycling system to solve that problem. Oh, so all good. Brave seems to be feeling a little better. He's taken a regular joining me and Junie for meals. Even if he doesn't leave his quarters often, we still get the chance to chat and connect. We always find topics to discuss about each of our humanoid species, which appear to be of interest to the three of us. Contrary to my negative predisposition towards transporting passengers, Brave seems to be one of the easiest and most pleasant onboard clients I've ever had to date. He's polite, never complains about anything, does not blast loud music, and doesn't engage in any other activities that would be considered a nuisance to the rest of us on board. I also haven't heard any noises coming from his room since that one time, so I've never bothered to ask Junie and dropped the incident altogether. Okay, so that's good. Speaking of which, she was supposed to meet me here by now. I see Brave in the doorway instead.
Hi, Danya.
Hi.
Good afternoon, Brave. Care to join me for a cup of tea?
Tea, you know, because it's afternoon. I actually have no idea what time it is right now. In space, time just tends to blend together. I haven't really checked my watch recently.
Sure, I'd be happy to.
All right, we have some herbal options over here if you're sensitive to caffeine like myself, or the regular kind.
What's caffeine?
Oh, I'm about to fuck your life up, Brave.
It's a chemical substance that's a mild central nervous system stimulant to most Terrans.
Brave looks at me dubiously.
And don't worry, it's legal. It's actually naturally contained within most plants that are used for tea production. Caffeine is purposely extracted from the raw materials to be able to produce the same beverage but without the jitters.
You seem to know a lot about plants.
Do you not look
This?
around the room?
No, that's common knowledge where I come from.
I see. Why don't I go for the herbal option without caffeine today?
Okay. I love chamomile, but lavender's good too. Let's do chamomile.
How about chamomile? It might help you with your sore throat. It's commonly used to help boost immunity and fight bacteria.
True.
Oh, that's nice.
I quickly produce a mug with hot tea and hand it to Brave. He supports a cup with one hand and puts the other palm over mine, which is holding onto the mug's handle. I let go of the cup to avoid causing an awkward tension, however, the deed is already done. The contact sends my horny soul into a land of fantasies. Jesus Christ.
So, do you come here often?
It's a small ship with like 4 rooms. What do you think?
Huh?
To Kayama, the planet we departed from.
Shit. There
Is
I
that
go
your
being a
regular
smart ass.
transport route?
Oh, no, we don't really have a route per se. Junie and I go where the road takes us. As long as we get a nice paying gig, we're game. That's the adventurous part of this job. Never know where we'll end up next. What about you? Do you travel a lot for work?
I'm the same as you guys. Staying on my own planet doing research has been unfulfilling at best. So, traveling to different worlds has been a game changer for me.
Right.
I follow contracts, but it's the lifestyle that appeals to me. I can do remote work while being somewhere different and amazing every few weeks.
Doesn't help that your immune system isn't very good at adapting to different environments, huh?
Tell me about it. It's the one thing that I'm still trying to work out. I've got something good going for me right now, but it's not perfect. It has put some other limitations on me that I find difficult to handle.
God. Get to the point.
Like what?
It's a bit complicated. I'll definitely tell you sometime. Thank you for the tea, by the way. It's really good.
I'm glad you like it. I got a bunch of other flavors we could try too.
Delicious.
Sure. I'm curious to see what else you've got.
I gotta say, Brave, you're one of the coolest travelers we've ever had on board.
Don't give away
We don't
too
accept
much,
passenger
okay?
jobs often,
Hold
but
back a
you've
listen.
been really easy to travel with and fun to talk to.
The alien smiles at me warmly.
You guys have been so nice to me, treating me like family. Of course I'd be on my best behavior.
We both laugh at that.
Well, keep up the good work. We still have a few weeks to go.
Saying that made me feel a tinge of sadness. Even though Brave has been travelling with us for only a few days, I'm already used to his presence.
So, what kind of cargo do you guys usually transport?
Dead bodies. Drugs.
Anything that
The
pays
normal.
well and doesn't smell too much. Though it's been rough finding good gigs as of late. Too much competition. We're lucky if we break even when the job's done. And don't even get me started on what happened on our last haul before we picked you up. I guess we'll have to venture into more questionable waters after this job. But for that, we need to outfit the Ameretat with a defense system.
You don't have anything on board to protect yourself in case of an attack?
No, just hope, prayer, and some gum. You know, normal. Brave's weird reaction makes me wonder if he's ever been on a transport ship like ours.
No, we don't. We're pretty good at escaping when things go south. Still, it doesn't hurt to have some kind of shield and weapons, if only just to look more intimidating.
True.
I couldn't agree more.
The Tepshati-Pomis system is pretty promising, with a lot of new colonies that pay handsomely for some common goods. Plus, there's a ton of fun places to visit around there.
Oh, great.
One of the planets, Vakal, is on my must-see list.
The one with anti-gravity pockets and floating islands? Each harboring its own climate, right?
Not the fucking Avatar.
Yes! You've been there?
No, but I definitely want to see it one day.
Maybe we can go together. We're getting along so damn well it hurts. I need to calm down. The more we talk, the more we find mutual interest. This beautiful blue alien from the distant world and me, an average Terran and nerd. Who knows if he'd even bother talking to me if we had not been confined to this small spaceship together. I mean, don't sell yourself short, okay? We're good looking, you know?
Cheers to our local
God.
Symbiant expert and secretly talented chef. Thank you for gracing us with this exquisite-looking dish.
We raise our wine-filled glasses in salutation.
To Brave's exceptional gastronomic abilities.
Thank you, guys. I hope it tastes as good as it looks.
I bet it will. And with that, we dig in.
It's fantastic. What's it called again?
In Universal, it would be something like seared granoli over rice, a common Odarian dish.
I didn't know we had granoli on board. How'd you dig that up, Danya?
We don't. Brave used his own supplies of whatever that is.
It's a mushroom that grows everywhere on my planet. I have a lot of it on hand, since it retains its freshness well and is a very good source of protein. Convenient when you're on the road. Also, it reminds me of home.
It's difficult to find any in spaceports. I've seen it maybe twice in the last year.
Probably because no one knows about it.
Yes, Odaria's dishes aren't popular because of our limited ability to share them with everyone.
But you're slowly changing that, eh, Brave? Can I get seconds?
Fart arse. Brave grins widely as he adds more seared... I'm not going to try gratatouille with rice on my plate.
Here you go.
Sure feels great to have something different from General Tso's for a change.
Hey, bitch, that's good,
No
okay?
way. I thought you liked it.
General Tso's chicken is the bomb.
I do, but come on. Half of our provisions are pre-packaged General Tso's meals. Even I have my limits.
Ungrateful.
Sorry, they were on sale, so I took some extras. I'll keep in mind to grab a better variety in the future.
Yeah. Who wants some more wine?
Me. Now. Both Brave and I simultaneously raise our glasses and grinning. Not sure if it's because I'm tipsy, but I feel like he's paying more attention to me than before. Looks me in the eye more often, laughs at my jokes. It feels really special. Oh, God. Jeannie fills our glasses and discards the bottle in the recycling compartment.
Okay, that was my last bottle.
Thank you for sharing your precious gift with us.
Hey, it was worth it. Who knew it would complement the seared granoli so well, right?
That's ratatouille, okay?
Thanks, Juniper. They really did pair well.
Glad you liked it. Okay, boys. I'm going to retire now to deal with
Not
my
the food
food
and the
coma in
drinks.
bed.
Oh no.
Be good.
See ya.
Bye.
And I'm alone with Brave again, just as he's finished cleaning up his plate. And so did I.
Ready for dessert?
Oh, no, thank you. I'm full, but I will finish my drink, though.
Good idea. Fuck the food. He takes his half-empty glass of wine and empties it in one go. Jesus Christ.
Slow down, dude. We still got time.
Actually, Odarians don't get drunk, if
Oh,
that's
fuck
what you're
me.
worried about.
No fun.
Not on this kind of stuff, at least. It'll take a much stronger beverage to get me even remotely tipsy.
Oh, my sympathies. I, on the other hand, am a very cheap drunk.
And a very cheap flirt on it as well. Oh! I put my arm on Brave's shoulder playfully and wink. What the fuck is going on? He looks surprised for a second, but then rewards me with one of his sincere smiles.
I'll keep that in mind if I ever want to get you intoxicated.
I'm with that.
God. I fluster at that. Is he flirting with me? That definitely deserves a passing grade. The realization makes me smile and confirms my suspicions that Brave might actually like me.
Hey, can I ask you a personal
Oh
question?
God, please don't.
Shoot.
Are you single?
What do you mean?
I'm turning red.
Oh, sorry. I guess it could mean different things for different races. So what I'm asking is like, are you married or have partners waiting for you somewhere?
Brave looks at me cautiously.
Why do you ask?
Isn't it obvious, you dummy? It's because I really want to know.
Because I'm very curious.
Well...
It's not a very difficult question, is it? He looks so uncomfortable, the poor guy. Not the timid type for uncomfortable, but more like the I don't want to talk about it kind.
You know what? Don't worry about it.
Good idea.
The Ameretat is a safe space and you don't have to answer anything. It's just, I can't help but wonder sometimes, being around you. We get along so well and I'm drawn to you, which I'm sure shows. I just don't want to step over some boundaries I don't know about.
That wasn't bad for a confession. Brave is looking at me with those intense blue eyes, and he seems happy, genuinely happy.
Thank you, Danya. I appreciate your candor. My situation is a bit complicated. If you don't mind, I'll explain another time.
It's all your business. It doesn't have to be his, you know? Leave him, don't have to answer. Well, that's not exactly a rejection. I'll take it. My God.
Sure.
I'm going to rest a bit. Thanks so much for dinner.
He gets up from the bench and leaves the mess hall. Well, what were you expecting, you fucking idiot? You came on too strong. Anyway, you guys, I think we're going to end the episode here. Hopefully you guys are liking the Symbiant. Let me know if you guys want to continue this, because I'm going to have to do a lot of editing to blur out the other things that are coming. But anyway, I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Bye!